The fertility clinic called to inform me that my embryos were ready for transfer. I touched my abdomen, still numb from the anesthesia of that morning's egg retrieval. Even with cutting-edge medical technology, embryos couldn't be prepared this quickly. Before I could call back to clarify, my husband stopped me. Mom's been pressing us hard. I pulled some strings to fast-track the process so you can get pregnant sooner. Imagine twins. My buddies will be green with envy. Silent. I drove straight to the clinic and dialed 911 on the way. Hello, I'm reporting a fertility clinic involved in illegal surrogacy. Chapter. The more I thought about it, the more it didn't add up. An expedited process. As a seasoned prosecutor who'd handled countless medical disputes, I knew it took at least 5 days from egg retrieval to embryo formation. I recalled my husband's words from a few days ago. Why bring your work attitude home? Must you always be so nitpicky? It's exhausting. Lemuel Hansen didn't understand that my meticulousness had cleared countless injustices. Once doubt took root, I had to get to the truth. I floored the gas pedal. 20 minutes later, I arrived at the VIP fertility center on the 3rd floor of the clinic. Bypassing the crowded front desk, I approached the head nurse in charge of my case. I'm Brenda Hansen, I said. I had my egg retrieval this morning. She looked up from her computer. Startled, Mrs. Hansen, your proxy has already finalized the transfer plan. I froze, confused. Proxy, Dr. Ainsley Bailey came in person to confirm everything is on track. She explained. Ainsley Bailey, my grip tightened on my car keys. I never appointed a proxy. The nurse stood up, visibly annoyed. But your file lists Dr. Bailey as your proxy. She even contributed her own eggs for the embryo cultivation. She clapped a hand over her mouth, realizing she'd revealed too much, and avoided my gaze. Ainsley was doing it again. She was Lemuel's so-called best friend and the clinic's star doctor. About to press, I caught sight of Ainsley in her white coat at the end of the hallway, walking shoulder to shoulder with Lemuel. She laughed and leaned into him flirtatiously, her demeanor gratingly intimate. Her smile vanished at my stare, replaced by a nervous greeting. Brenda, what are you doing here? Lemuel turned, not surprised but irritated, as if I'd intruded. He strode over, his voice low and accusatory. What's this about? I told you to wait at home for updates. His tone set me off, but I ignored him, locking eyes with Ainsley. My body trembled with rage. Why are you listed as my proxy for this procedure? And why are your eggs being used with Lemuel's for embryo transfer? You'd better have a good explanation. Her face paled, morphing into a mask of wounded innocence. Chapter. Brenda, don't overthink this, Ainsley chimed in. Lemuel was worried about you after the retrieval. You were so weak, and the process was complex, so he asked me to handle everything. I used my eggs as a backup to ensure success. She glanced at Lemuel, feigning helplessness. If you don't believe me, ask him. Lemuel scratched his head, exasperated. Brenda, really? Ainsley is my best friend. She saw how much pain the retrievals caused you and offered to help. This is for your benefit. If you've got a problem, talk to me. Why take it out on her? He sounded justified, as if his logic was airtight. I stood frozen, staring back at the man I'd loved for 3 years. Whenever Ainsley was involved, he'd take her side without question. The onlookers began whispering. Sounds like she can't have kids and is too proud to admit it. The doctor is trying to help, but she doesn't appreciate it. Typical rich family drama. She is jealous of her husband's closeness to someone else. Ignoring them, I fixed my tear-filled eyes on Ainsley. Helping. Using your eggs with Lemuel's behind my back. That's your idea of help. I was healthy. With perfect medical stats, doctors confirmed I had a high chance of natural conception. It was Lemuel's mother, Julie Hansen, who insisted on IVF, hoping to get a grandson. Lemuel was equally obsessed with continuing the family line. I'd only agreed to stop their relentless nagging. I never imagined it was a setup. I turned to the head nurse.